Go.
Hi, I'm Fire Marshal Shin, and we're back this time with Lieutenant Gus, and we're going to hand you off to Firefighter Gibson to go over the light and air unit.
All right, guys. Like we told you before, there's a lot of different special equipment assigned to the airfield. So today, Firefighter Gibson is going to walk around our light and air unit, and he's to talk about what this unit is and what to do. How you doing, Firefighter Gibson?
I'm good.
Thank you for helping us out today. So, you're driving this unit. What's it called?
This is the light and air unit here at Fort Belvoir.
All right. And what is the light and air unit used for?
It's used to provide to fill air cylinders for firefighters so they can breathe, help them fight the fire.
So you guys remember firefighter supples, put on that air pack. Remember I said he's got about 45 minutes worth of air depending on how much work he's doing. So we need to refill him when we're on the scene of a fire. So a lot of times we're going to call for a special unit like this to bring us air to refill our bottles so we can continue to put on a fire depending on how big the fire is, how big the building, and how long we're going to be there. So sometimes we can be there on prolonged amounts of time that we'll have to take breaks and get back on to fighting fire. Without filling our air bottles up, we can only have 45 minutes work. So we have to continue to fill them back up and then go back to putting out the fire depending on how big the fire is. Also, we have to bring power because we're going to shut off the power anytime that there's a fire, and we're also going to have to bring our own light. That's why this is a light and air unit. So go ahead, let's walk around the unit.
All right.
And what we got here in our first compartment?
So here we have some chairs and rehab equipment and some lights used for firefighters that are coming out of the fire so we can get them taken care of.
So let's talk a little bit about what rehab is. So rehab is when we're taking a break, is that right?
Yes.
So when you're doing all that work, sometimes you have to take a little break before you can go back to work hard again. And that's why that rehab is. So they can have chairs, they can get monitored, their vital signs to make sure everybody's okay to go back to work. And this truck is going to bring that to us. So what else do we have in this next compartment here?
So here we have some medical supplies on the top shelf, as well as some more additional lights here and here. And here are the bottles that we already have full, so we can replace the ones that they use downrange.
So he arrives on the scene. If he's driving this truck, his job is going to be having more bottles filled. So we already have some filled and ready to go, so we can continue to work without minimum stoppage. So other firefighters will give him their empty ones so he can fill them back up and then take the full ones. And what is this big thing right here?
This is our air compressor that we use to refill the bottles with, and we do that in these back two compartments here.
So this is the compressor, right? So this is what takes the air that we're breathing and cleans it and puts it back in our bottles. So we do not breathe oxygen as many people think. We bring regular air that we breathe on the outside. We clean it, we filter it, and then we put it back into those bottles over there. And I see a lot of hoses, so can we also fill the bottle without using the compartments?
We can, using airline here.
So we not only can fill these small bottles, but also we can fill the bigger bottles that are on some of the other trucks that are not capable of refilling themselves. We can do that remotely when we're out there. All right, so we'll walk through the other side real quick. And what are these things here?
We have some additional lights.
So are they standalone lights that we can use in a scene of a fire? If you have Fire Marshal Shin, would just come in the picture here. His job is to investigate the fires after we're done putting them out. So a lot of times we do all the work, it's a mess. Now he's got to come in and find out what caused that fire. And so in doing so, he's going to need lights, he's going to need support from us to help him determine that cause. All right? And that's just something new that fire marshals do, that they're always training and we're always going back to school to train and to be better and to get classes to be ready for any type of emergency. Just like you go to school, we go to school all the time. We never stop learning. We continue to learn to be better at our jobs. Well, Quickly go to the other side. So this looks like it's a mirrored image of the other side. Is that right?
We also have a cooler up here, so we can make sure we get that full. And the guys that come out, they have some cold water in case they need it. And as well, we have 2 tower lights on top of the apparatus.
So we can pull a whole light in the scene of an accident or a scene of an incident with the tower lights that we have. A big stick that goes up in the air, and there are 3 on each side. We can change the directions. We can make it so it's nice and bright on a scene of an accident, a scene of a crash, or a house fire. So thank you, Firefighter Gibson, for helping us out and guiding us through this unique piece of equipment that we have. Now back to you guys. Have a great day. We'll see you next time. Stay safe.